Okay, so I've scrubbed out this glass with real hot water with a real nice, a big bottle brush. And I wanted to say that you're not supposed to use soap uh, because there's gonna be a little residual, and it's gonna kill the kefir or be bad for the kefir. But if you do use soap, eventually you need to use soap. Then just make sure and rinse it, maybe rinse it and wipe it to try to keep the soap away. So fresh glass, then this is still nice and warm, so it'll warm up the milk a little bit. So here's my batch of kefir granules that I've just harvested, and it's about maybe 1 ounce. And over time, the volume will grow, and then you can split it in half and make a new batch. So my standard batch is about 8 ounces of milk and 1 ounce of kefir granules. So this is ready to put into the glass, and make sure you get all the granules. There'll be little tiny ones growing all the time. And this is kind of, how do you describe this? I'm picking up. But you can tell when you got all the granules out, because it's just pretty bare. Okay, so then I'm almost done. All I do is add 8 ounces of milk, 8 to 9 ounces of milk, and I just fill it to a certain level on the glass, but 8 to 9 ounces. And so that's the level that I fill it to. So now I think I have 9 to 10 ounces because of the 1 ounce of kefir granules. So there's my fresh batch, and I cover it with a Ziploc bag, and I zip it so it's fairly snug to keep any bugs out of there. And what I started doing recently is I write down the today's date. So this did say 9/14. It was an old one, so I crossed out the 14 and put 9/25, today's date. So now I'm going to sit this in a particular spot where it's fairly protected and won't get knocked over, and it's going to brew anywhere from 24 to 48 hours, and then it'll start to form a little bit of whey and curds. It'll start to separate a little bit, but that doesn't really, it tells you that it's brewed good, but it doesn't really matter. You need to harvest after a maximum of approximately 48 hours. That's it. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.